Long time ago, in an African village called Eruko, there lived two sisters, Chioma and Elara. Chioma was the elder one, but she possessed a heart as dark as the shadows, while Elara, the younger one, radiated with a beauty and kindness that enchanted all who beheld her. Jealousy gnawed at Chioma's soul like a relentless beast, for she watched as her sister basked in the adoration of their parents and the villagers, while she herself remained unnoticed and unloved as she thought. Determined to claim the happiness that had always eluded her, Chioma wove a tapestry of lies, whispering deceit into the ears of those who would listen. She spun tales of Elara's supposed relationship with several men, tarnishing her sister's reputation until it lay in tatters at her feet. Ebuka, a man from the neighboring village, had come seeking Elara's hand in marriage. His heart filled with love and longing. He had met Elara at the river while fetching water and had fallen madly in love with her. They courted for a while, and he eventually proposed to Elara. Chioma could not stand the love the two shared, as she had seen Ebuka on that fateful day, but he did not even look her way and went straight to Elara. Chioma decided to take Ebuka from Elara, as she felt her sister had taken everything and everyone she ever wanted from her. On the day of the traditional wedding, Ebuka came with his people to Chioma and Elara's home. Everything was prepared, and people had gathered to celebrate this joyous occasion. Ebuka's face looked downcast, despite this being their special day. Elara tried to peep and steal some glances at him, but he did not even look at her. Ebuka stood up together with his father, and the words he uttered left everyone shocked and their mouth wide open. He had been swayed by Chioma's lies, and he said that he no longer wanted to marry Elara. Rather, he would like to marry Chioma instead. He turned his gaze from Elara, who by now had tears rolling down her cheeks, and instead offered his heart to Chioma, believing her to be his rightful bride. There were mamas everywhere. Elara had broken down in tears, and her mother and friends took her inside. The parents did not say much, as Ebuka was a man from a rich family, and they wanted one of their daughters to be married off into a rich home. Chioma looked at her younger sister with a grin, and Elara could not believe the wickedness that had just happened. The wedding continued. Ebuka stood at the altar, his eyes fixed upon Chioma, while Elara watched from the shadows, her heart heavy with sorrow. Chioma moved in with her now new husband and his family that same day, leaving her younger sister Elara at home, heartbroken. Elara continued with her life and took some time to start dating again. She never visited her sister Chioma, as she always felt that Elara would take Ebuka from her, so Chioma never invited Elara to her home. One fateful day, Elara was at the village square dancing with her fellow maidens. She was a very good dancer, on top of her kind heart and beauty. A young man from another village was passing, and he took note of her. After the dance session, he waited for Elara close by, and he approached her. The young man introduced himself as Kunle. They had both taken a liking to each other. After a short while, Kunle proposed to Elara, and they had their traditional wedding. It was the happiest day of Elara's life, and the entire community celebrated. There was enough food to eat and drinks to drink. even for the passers-by. What Elara and her family did not know was that Kunle was not just rich. He was wealthy, and he came from a wealthy and very loving and caring family. They took in Elara and treated her like a princess, and Kunle showered her with love and gifts. One day, Chioma came home to visit her parents. She had a black eye and wounds all over her body. When her mother saw her, she started crying, and they both cried in each other's arms. Chioma narrated all that had happened to her with Ebuka. She told them how wicked Ebuka was. He had mistreated her from the first day she entered his home. Ebuka would beat her every day, and she became like a slave in her own husband's house. Her mother-in-law mistreated her so much and took every opportunity to remind her that she was a poor girl from a poverty-stricken family and that they were a saving grace for marrying her. They told her that she should have worshipped them for giving her a life that she could not even afford, let alone imagine. Due to several beatings, even while pregnant, she had 2 miscarriages. Her parents were saddened by all they had, and they begged her not to go back to Ebuka. When Chioma decided to stay home, she was ridiculed for leaving her husband's house and coming back to her parents' home. They all mocked her for taking Ebuka from Elara and ending up being mistreated. And they all sang songs of ridicule and mockery about her. Elara, on hearing what had happened to her sister, she came home to console her. Despite the evil that Chioma had done to her, she still loved her sister very much. Chioma was very depressed, and she began begging Elara to take her away from the village and get away from the villagers who were scorning her day in, day out. And being a kind-hearted sister, Elara went with Chioma to her home. She met her husband, Kunle, and her daughter, Lola. When Chioma got to their home, she could not believe that her sister was now that wealthy. She was served delicious meals cooked by a specific cook hired by Kunle. Chioma could not believe that her sister did not do any house chores or farm work. Her job was just to sit at home and relax and eat whatever she wanted. Her husband's parents also lived some distance away, and they loved Elara very much. After seeing how well her sister was enjoying life, envy started creeping in, and it slowly turned into jealousy. She felt that if she hadn't taken Ebuka from Elara, Elara would have been the one mistreated, and she would have probably met Kunle. Each morning, she saw how Kunle would wake up early and ensure that the cooks were already up and preparing the family meals, as Elara was heavy with child. Chioma remembered how she would be beaten by Ebuka while pregnant, yet her sister was not even allowed to lift a finger, let alone cook or do any house chores. Chioma continued staying with the family, and by each passing day, she grew resentful of her sister for always getting the good things in life. She decided that she must take over her sister's home and enjoy the kind of treatment that Elara was enjoying. She therefore continued acting kind towards Elara and her family. One day, she decided to visit a juju man and get something that would help her deal with the problem at hand. The juju man told her that the love that Elara and Kunle shared was too strong to be broken, that no potion was possible to break the love between these two. So, she decided to frustrate the family till Kunle chases away Elara. Chioma put something in Elara's food and she started developing some complications. Every day, she could put poison in the food and in her tea. This led to Elara getting very sick and losing her unborn child. She continued getting sicker and sicker, and Chioma pretended to be caring. Elara started soiling her clothes as her stomach was always paining and she was bedridden. Chioma would laugh in secret and pretend to be taking good care of Lola, trying to show that she would make a good replacement to Elara. Kunle took his wife to various medicine men, but all kept wondering why their medicine was not working. Unbeknownst to Kunle, Chioma had added the poison inside the medicine, and that's why it wasn't working. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and Elara's situation continued worsening. What baffled Chioma is how Kunle never left his wife's side and continued being there for her. His family continued to be supportive and even came to help take care of Elara. He even rejected Chioma's several advances. Feeling defeated, Chioma decided to finish her sister once and for all. She went to the Juju man again for a deadly poison that could end Elara's life, but he cautioned her against it and advised her that she should instead give Elara something that would cause her to be permanently crippled. This brought happiness to Chioma, who happily took the poison. She was happy knowing that this would mark an end to the so-called love between Elara and Kunle. She went home with the poison and planned to put it in Elara's food. However, Lola, Elara's daughter, had seen what her aunt Chioma had done, and as everybody was seated, ready to eat and feed Elara, Lola spoke up and said that she had been noticing something with her aunt, that anytime her mother was taking food or medicine and feeling more pain, Chioma would be smiling. She told them what she had seen Chioma put in the food and asked her father Kunle to have Chioma eat the food herself, if at all she claimed to be innocent. Everyone was shocked. Chioma argued that Lola was just a child who was angry for her mother being sick. She refused the food, saying nothing was wrong with it. Kunle told Chioma that if she did not eat the food, she would call the villagers on her and be forced to eat it. On hearing this, Chioma knelt down and started begging for forgiveness. She confessed everything she had done and her plans to permanently cripple Elara. Chioma was taken to her parents' village and all the villagers were called. She was thrashed in the village square naked for her crimes. She was then banished from the land and was told that if she would ever be seen near the land, she would lose her life, for her bloodline will no longer be welcome in the land. Chioma's parents were devastated on the news of how Chioma wanted to end her sister's life. Elara was cured and they continued to live in peace, love and harmony with Kunle, and they were blessed with twin boys.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to support our channel, like, comment and share. Bye.